Hey, this is Nick Nielsen, Mad Scientist of Muscle, and what I've got for you today here is a training equipment review of a really cool piece of home gym training equipment from Hygear called Gear 1. Now, any fool can put together a home gym made out of bands. What Hygear has done is gone a step further and actually created an app that's filled with workouts that guide you through these band workouts. Now, it goes well beyond that. What the Gear 1 system does is really, really interesting. I'll give you a close-up of it here. Now, what you see right here are the Gear 1, I don't know what you call them, to be quite honest, but essentially what they do is they track the resistance that you're using during the exercise, they track your reps, they count basically all the power that you're generating while you're doing the training. So it's basically smart bands is probably a good way to put it. These connect to your phone via Bluetooth and give you instant feedback while you're doing the exercises in terms of reps, in terms of power generated, and a whole lot more. So the value of this is not just in the fact that you're getting some good quality bands and tubing here, you're actually getting a whole lot more in terms of what these will do for you. Now, we kind of go through everything that's included in here. This strap right here is what you loop onto or around something solid. Now, this can be something horizontal like so. This can be something high up. If you've got a basement and you've got a rafter, you can loop it around there. If you've got a post or pole, you can loop it around there and adjust the height very easily. What you're doing with this. Some of these exercises go from high, some of them from medium, and some from low. So if you do have a post that you can go high, medium, and low on, then you're good. Now, what I'll do here is wrap it around the top cross beam of my power rack. So, now, you don't want to clip it onto yourself too low, or clip it onto itself too low. And let me tilt this up a little so you can see it better what I'm doing. What you actually want to do here is loop it around multiple times. So that you're clipping it on up high. As you can see, it's nice and solid, just like that. This is going to give you a solid anchor point to brace on. Now, the real meat of the Hygear training system, the training equipment, are these bands here and the adjustments. If you can see these red buttons on here, this allows you to adjust the resistance. So when you're up here, you got reduced resistance. This allows you to do easier exercises. And all you have to do to change the resistance, it's really ingenious, is push that button, slide that down, and now you got more resistance, automatically locks in. So this allows you to very simply and very easily and very quickly, which is the key thing, switch between exercises. So just by simply pushing this button and letting them hang here and then adjust, make sure they're even, and you're good to go. It's really just that simple. So these things clip on, there's like a little Y strap on here. In addition, if you don't have anything solid to anchor onto, you can also use this door anchor. So what you would do, and I'll zoom in on it here, you can see this pad right here. Open your door, slip this over top of the door, close the door, and this is braced up against that. These two clips function just like these two clips right here, and allows you to attach that on there. Now, you can also do this on the bottom of the door. You can do this on the side of the door so that you're getting the high, your medium, and your low angles on these straps for the exercises. Now, very, very useful and very, very important. Put this on the other side of the door. Unless you want to be in a fail video, which maybe you do. But these kind of straps, if the door opens, have a very real potential for snapping back. So make sure you put that little warning label on. They thought of everything here, so that's a critical piece. Now, handles. I'll give you a close-up on these as well. Now, these on here, you can actually adjust. They have a little strap on here. What I like about these handles, and it's one of the weaknesses I've seen in other cable equipment, is these are solid handles. They don't bend. Some other training equipment that I've looked at and reviewed, these handles are actually very bendy and they pull in and make it actually harder to grip onto there because when that bends in, it kind of makes it a concave piece and squishes your hand up, which is not conducive to good gripping. These, however, very solid, and I got a really good grip on these. They're nice and, I'm not gonna say sticky, but they're kind of tacky in that they're not gonna slide out of your hands very easily. So, once you got the handles kind of squared away, you've got ankle straps, which can also double as wrist straps. So it's simply a matter of undoing the Velcro, looping your leg in through, putting the Velcro back on. They're good little straps. You can use them for regular cable work. So if you want to, if you do have long, low pulley or high pulley cables in your home gym, you can actually use these for that purpose as well. They'll clip basically on anything that has a clip on it, easy peasy. So that is what the Hygear whole setup looks like. When you open up the box, it's a little intimidating, I'll give you that. But once you kind of go through and get it set up, you'll see that it's actually a pretty simple and straightforward piece of equipment. You basically have something to anchor onto. You've got your two cable straps, your band straps, and then you got something to grab onto or strap onto your legs. And then it's just a matter of logging on into the app and following along workouts or doing essentially whatever you like. If you already know band exercises, you're good to go. This Hygear setup in the app, which I'll run through a little bit here as well, allows you to basically do workouts that they pre-program for you. There's stuff that includes body weight, there's stuff that includes different setups, different exercises for these. What I like about that app is that it demonstrates every exercise with really good quality form, and it tracks you while you're doing those workouts. And what the Hygear app also does is kind of gamify your experience in your workouts. So you can actually reach goals, you can reach rep goals, time goals, power goals, that kind of thing. And as you progress through different workouts, it actually tracks and gives you rewards and trophies, not real rewards, but digital rewards based on your performance. So you can actually basically compare yourself not only to yourself, which is a good way to go, but also the benchmarks other people have set that are part of the community, which it makes it kind of fun, and it keeps you accountable, and it gives you instant gratification in terms of this is what I've done, this is what I can do. So if this is something that can help motivate you, then this is absolutely a fantastic way to go. Because I'm a mad scientist of muscle. I do most of my stuff via free weights, but that's not for everybody, and I fully realize that. And this kind of training equipment is absolutely ideal for somebody who needs more guidance. Technically, I'd say this is more appropriate for beginner to intermediate trainers. If you need some help and guidance as far as getting through a workout, this is a fantastic tool for doing that. It gives you everything you need as far as teaching you how to do the exercises, how far to do the exercise, how far to push the exercises, how long to do the exercises, the order, showing you a warm-up, doing the workout, and then a cool-down as well. So it gives you a lot of different options as far as training goes. And if you like and need that guidance, it's a beautiful thing. Now, are there any downsides to this piece of equipment? Not really much any different than what you'll find with a regular band training setup. If you're very strong, you may not have enough resistance to get a big strength building workout. If you're just starting out, this is going to give you a really good training stimulus, and it's going to be exactly what you need. You're going to need a smartphone to get the most out of these. So you're going to need to download the app in order to get the feedback, in order to go through and get the workouts. That's kind of one of the main things. And you can also subscribe to their service. I think there's a monthly fee on that. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but it's pretty reasonable. And if this is something that you want to do long term, I'd say it's absolutely worth it. The pieces on here are very well constructed. These handles, like I said, are rock solid. The straps on here, they're quality straps. They're not going to break. These clips on here are actually steel, which I like. So, there's not something that's really going to break on here. There's not a lot of potential for breakage, for injury, or anything like that. Literally, I think the only downsides or the only possible things you might run into is if your phone is out of commission, you're not going to get the full experience and the full benefits of these. But you don't necessarily need the phone in order to use them, because bands they provide resistance. You don't need a foam to get band resistance. That's kind of where it's at. Now, what I'm going to do here is grab my phone, run through the app a little bit, and show you what that's all about. All right, so here's kind of a close-up on the app. And what I'm going to do here is, hopefully I can see and show you at the same time here, is you can pick workouts. So you see there's getting started, there's most popular workouts, there's new releases, upper body, lower body, total body, core training, workouts by goals. So you calorie burn, strength, focus strength, mobility, stability, and I'll take screenshots of these since it's probably not the easiest to see on a video screen. But you got workouts that are under 10 minutes, you got 10 to 20 minutes, 20 to 40 minutes, 5 to 10 minute express workouts. Really, the list goes really on and on. And what I'll do here is pull up one of these upper body workouts. So you can see upper body basics. It's all kinds of different ones you can do on here. Here's a popular one. And I'm going to hit the start button so you can kind of get an idea of how this works.
1, go.
And I've actually got this Bluetooth connected through my speaker system in my basement gym here. So you can hear basically the music going in the background there. And I'll give you a close-up view on that. Now, I've gone through a number of these workouts myself.
Last push.
As you can see right now,
Complete.
they're showing a warm-up.
Ready, set, go, go.
And these are just some of the simple warm-ups that they're offering with it. And they give you an exercise list. I should probably turn that down a little bit. But this gives you an idea of kind of the warm-ups, how it runs through the time and runs through the reps.
Complete. Ready.
What this does, in addition to going through the warm-ups, is it calculates your rest here. And you can go straight into it like that. If you're ready to finish up with your rest and go straight into the training, this is what it looks like. So I'm not actually doing anything right now, clearly, but this would also be tracking your reps, tracking your calories, tracking your total effort as you're doing this, as you're getting a demo.
Complete.
So one of the key things as you're doing this training is it does have the rest, and it allows you to kind of give you time to adjust where you're doing on the exercises. So it lines up exactly with what's next, tells you what's next, and then shows you as you're doing it. So anybody who needs a little bit of assistance, like I said, this is going to be a great training tool to run you through, almost like having your own trainer.
Target complete.
And it tells you over here exactly what you need to get ready for the next thing
Set. Go.
in terms of setup. All right, so I'm going to do a quick run through on one of these workouts, and you'll be able to see exactly what I mean as far as switching, as far as resting, and moving between exercises.
1, go.
And you will want to have your phone in a place where you can see it. And as you're doing the exercise, you'll actually get feedback. The thing will show as you're stretching the bands, and as you're going through with the sensors will track every rep that you're doing.
Last push. Target complete.
So now I've got 20 seconds rest, and it tells you what the next exercise is. So this is another set of chest press.
Ready, set, go. Target complete.
The next exercise is a lat stiff arm push down.
Ready, set, go. Almost there. Target complete.
So if I wanted to adjust the resistance, I could do so very quickly. I should have lined up. So that is the Gear 1 system from Hygear. Now overall, this is a fantastic home gym piece of equipment. It's got a lot of capabilities in terms of instruction, in terms of tracking, in terms of variations in exercises that you can do. You can literally work every muscle group in your body using this setup. The thing is built rock solid, the handles are rock solid, and I really like the innovation in terms of tracking for your reps, and it really solves one of the biggest problems that you might have with band training or tube training at home, which is being able to very quickly adjust the resistance. So literally you give it a nut right to the end, but you just push that button and you give it a pull or give it a push and it changes the resistance. So it's basically as close as you can get to push button exercise adjustment on the fly as you're doing training. And the more you use these things and the more you use the app, you'll get more comfortable and more familiar with how these work, and this just gets easier and easier. So this will allow you to, once you get past that initial learning phase, really focus on getting the best workout you can with the Gear 1 system. And they do have other pieces that you can work into the system. There's a skipping rope and something else. So I remember one thing, but I know there's more. But bottom line, it's a nice piece of home gym equipment, and something I can definitely recommend very strongly, especially if you're just starting out and need that extra help.